Welcome to This Week in TV.
Host of The Biggest Loser, Ajay Rochester, charged with fraud. Channel 9 resists temptation. TV Week Hall of Famer Don Lane moved to a care facility. And plenty more.
And now, here's Bass.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of This Week in TV. We'd like to thank everyone who checked out episode 16 online. It was another fantastic response, so thank you once again for that. Also, I'd like to tell you about our brand new companion blog. That's right, we are taking over the online world. If you go to thisweekintelevision.blogspot.com, that's the address, thisweekintelevision, all is one word, .blogspot.com. That is the place where you can get your feel of all the latest ratings, news, goss, and much, much more. It is going to be absolutely huge. Got a bit of a change to the format. You'll see the top 20 shows scrolling along the bottom as we go through our stories, and there's only going to be one break. So just from the feedback we've gathered over the 16 or so weeks we've been doing this, that is what you want. Less talk, more action. Let's get right to it right here on This Week in TV. The main news and stories.
Family favourite quiz show Temptation has been shelved indefinitely by Channel 9, pushing hosts Ed Phillips and Lavinia Nixon out of a primetime job. The future of the once successful quiz show looks bleak following the network's decision to cease all production of new episodes. While 9 commissioned 13 episodes to run this year, The Temptation to place the cost-effective, high-rating US sitcom 2.5 Men in the 7 p.m. time slot has proved too much for the network. All future recording dates for Temptation have been cancelled, and the cast and crew, including Phillips and Nixon, have been told the show is being rested for an indefinite period. Despite performing strongly, the Sale of the Century-style show was shelved last August to make way for Eddie Maguire's Who Wants to Be a Multi-Millionaire. But following a failed move to bring back the show after Easter, programmers have backflipped altogether on the decision to pull Temptation out of storage. While it's hardly a consolation prize, Ed Phillips has agreed to host several TV specials around the touring circus extravaganza Cirque du Soleil. The 10 network expects a 10% drop in its earnings in the 2008 financial year as the television advertising market succumbs to the effects of a deterioration in external economic conditions. 10's shares fell as much as 20% to a record low at $1.57 and closed 10% or 20.5 cents lower at $1.76.5. The downgrade comes as Chairman Nick Falloon reported the network's third quarter results. For the 3 months ended May, 10 reported a 6% increase in consolidated revenue to $250.2 million compared to the prior corresponding period. EBITDA increased 29% to $38.2 million compared to the third quarter 2007. Revenue from the company's television division rose 6% in the quarter, while EBITDA increased by 20%. 10 also said it expects to declare a final dividend of 3.5 cents per share. This will take the total for the year to 13.5 cents per share, including the interim dividend of 10 cents. Nick Falloon said that he is confident 10 will increase its share of revenue in the June half. The manager of Don Lane has denied the veteran entertainer has dementia. Jane Ambrose said the 74-year-old had recently been moved from his home to a care facility. He had been there not long and was physically fine. Asked about reports Lane had dementia, she said, "Certainly that is inaccurate, that report. Don is very physically fine and he is in care," she said. But Don Lane's longtime friend Chris Kearns told Fairfax Radio Don Lane is suffering from dementia and he is not well. There's also been reports that Bert Newton has flown to Sydney to be with Lane during this time. The Don Lane Show ran on the 9 network from 1975 until 1983. Later he returned to commentate his love of NFL on the ABC. And of course Don has won more than 15 Logies during his career, and in 2003 he was inducted into the Australian Logies Hall of Fame.
Our third finalist. He's a happy
Biggest Loser host Ajay Rochester will face Downing Centre local court on 23 charges of fraud. Rochester, who's 39, is facing 9 charges of receiving a financial advantage from a Commonwealth entity and 14 of dishonestly obtaining a financial advantage, notes news.com.au. While official documentation on the 23 charges is limited at this stage, it is believed they pertain to a period in Rochester's life which predates her employment with Channel 10. The network refused to comment this past week, but did confirm the larger-than-life personality is still under contract. While Rochester is understood to be overseas, a representative at her management agency also declined to comment this past week.
Thank you. Some big stories there. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on those over the next few weeks. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. It's This Week in TV, episode 17.
A group of young Australians had come to tour Hong Kong. but all of them made sure their Lipton tea bags came along.
We jiggle often.
They all said morning, noon and night, when Mr. Brown of Sydney Town saw an unexpected sight.
Hey, everybody jiggling, everybody jiggling, everybody jiggling, jingling's really fun. Everybody jiggling, everybody jiggling, with our Lipton jingler bags at party number 1.
Welcome back. It's This Week in TV. It's our 17th edition. We do thank you for joining us. Hey, we had a giveaway last week. It was your chance to win the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Family Picture Edition. Your name's on the screen right now. Congratulations. You're our lucky winner. Now let's get into our blooper for this week. This one comes to us from CNN. It's another news one. Let's see what happens when they come back to the reporter in the studio a bit too soon.
Were insensitive. That's the latest from here in New York. Adrian, back to you in London.
Thanks, Jen. Oh, sorry. Nothing very interesting in there bar paper. Now, here in Europe, stock markets managed to close higher in what was a pretty lackluster
We'll have more
session.
of those bloopers and TV moments over the next few weeks, so do make sure you stay tuned in. It's all right here exclusively on YouTube. Don't forget, episode 18 is coming, and of course, don't forget once again to check out our blog. We hope to see you here next time for episode 18 of This Week in TV. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you then. Goodbye.